Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hot Dog Hour. I feel like nobody's having fun. I feel like nobody's having fun. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? You know, a lot of people don't have fun. A lot of people feel shameful about having fun. And even worse, some people shame others for having fun. Some people tell me to take life very seriously. Take it very seriously. I like when people say that to me, because I'm able to then remind them that we're all electric meatbags living on a flying space rock, hurtling through ever-expanding infinity. And then they'll go and tell me about their office job. Today, I want to look at fun. I have fun. Do you have fun? We have some people here today who have a lot of fun. Let me tell you something. Hello? How did you get this number? Okay. I'll tell them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You just call me back whenever. I'm available all night. Bye, I love you.
Hey, what's up, Joey? Oh, shit. Are you all right?
No, my grandpa died. Yeah, my grandpa's dead. He's just, but it's fine. This happens. Just sit down. It's not a big deal, I promise. Honestly, I'm not even sad. It's just shocking because he was, healthy. And
I'm sorry, man. How old was he?
That's the thing. He was 97. We all thought he was gonna make it to 100 or something. Just 97 just feels like it wasn't supposed to go out that way.
I mean, 97. That's
97.
It's a pretty long time, right? I mean, right?
It's something funny. I don't know.
No, I'm just. It's not funny. I'm just saying. I mean, grandparents die when they're 80, 85. I don't know, maybe 90. Some people die when they're 15. I mean, 97. I mean.
So he died at the wrong age? You're supposed to die sooner? Is that what would make you happy? I don't know.
No. I'm just saying 97. I mean, you're kind of getting a little greedy, right? I mean, what more did he have to do, right? I mean,
he's greedy because he wanted to live as long as he possibly could. That makes him a bad person.
I'm just saying, what more could he have done? What is he working on something? I mean,
yeah, he's working on lots of projects. He's a marine biologist. He was working on a textbook. You know this.
Oh, because he knows so much about marine biology. I mean,
yeah, he does know. And honestly, Alex, based on living with you, he clearly knows more about sea creatures than you'll ever understand. Yeah. Talking about death in my family, laughing at me.
You stop it right there. Your grandpa is a real son of a gun. You know that? 97. You know what? You and your whole family better think long and hard about this, all right? Not about how you feel, but about how you're making the rest of us feel.
Yeah, that's what we'll think at his funeral. It's all about Alex.
97. I want you to think 97. That's what I want you to think. 97.
Okay. Yeah. I know what this is about. This is about your fish.
No, it's not about the fish.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have two very special people here with me today. Two very special, two fun people. Don't we like fun people? Listen to me. My first guest here today is some people call her the Clip King or the Clip Queen. I'm not talking about you stupid Instagram clips, right? I'm talking about bang, bang. You understand? Are you afraid? You should be. Because Natalie DeCicco is here!
Thank you for having me.
Don't be afraid to clap. Well, you don't have to clap, but...
There's only two of us.
To her right. Here's the thing, guys. Sometimes you have a gay thought about someone. what are thoughts? Thoughts are just synapses. They're just electromagnetic things happening. You're not responsible for them. Sometimes I feel that way about this man. And when you see him on camera, you're going to feel the same way. I don't even know how to say his last name. But it doesn't matter because everything is strictly physical. Christos!
Yay.
Say your last name.
Thank you, Petropopoudopoulous.
That's
Thanks for
fucking
having me.
insane.
First of all, in my head, I wanted to say Clipperus. She's hard
I know
to
where it is.
She's hard to find, but
She's
she
hard to
knows
get a
where it
hold of,
is.
but when
Yeah.
you get a hold of her, that is a fucking clip.
Yeah.
You know? That's
Grab
I
her
know
by the
where it is,
clippers.
and you guys don't.
yes, and that's why we need you.
Yes, exactly.
She's
It's
made
okay.
herself indispensable, folks.
Yes.
And
Guys.
second thoughts
Yes.
are like thoughts. Pay no mind to them. Move on.
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. I
There
mean,
we go.
fuck.
We're outta here.
Guys, let's talk about fun. Do you guys feel like... I feel like people are having less fun nowadays.
I kind of feel like that's true, but you've also caught me at the perfect time to ask me this. I saw a post online that like really spoke to me in like December that was like, people are always like, oh, I don't want to do New Year's resolutions because, you know, I never stick to them or whatever. And then they asked me what mine are, and it's like, and they listed a bunch of like fun ones. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. I have like 20 really fun goals for my year that are about having more fun. Like most people are like, I want to save money and drink less. And I'm like, I actually want to drink more and spend more money.
That is a great fuking resolution.
Like
you know
not
that?
literally like that, but it's like I want to learn to make cocktails. That's one of mine. And I also want to go to 12 new restaurants near where my job is in the village and stuff like that.
No, you know, that actually is interesting because sometimes I think like a New Year's resolution is good and discipline is good and doing the right thing is good. And
Right.
But it is funny how like something like a resolution is always like like it's like, oh, I gotta stop doing this. Like I gotta stop being
Right.
like this. Like it's never like I'm gonna enjoy my life more. Like
Totally.
that doesn't always mean drinking more, but it's like
Right.
I wonder if people would feel different if they reframed it to be like, I'm not gonna stop drinking. I'm gonna like really be healthy.
Improve my life.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat my body better in 2025.
Yeah,
like that's like
totally.
a good, like that could be an
Frame it.
interesting way to frame it. What
Yeah,
about you?
for
Huh?
sure.
You have a lot of fun, don't you? Don't you, Mr. Big Christos over there?
He's thinking about all the fun he's gonna have with you later.
I'm uncomfortable.
Lock the door, Walter.
Walter is a big man.
Walter's
now
a
I
big
know.
strapping man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you want the real answer?
I want the real answer. Yeah. What do you think? You think people are having fun still? You think people are?
People chemically are having less fun because of dopamine receptor stimulation
Yeah.
constantly occurring on their phones. If you ask a teacher how teaching works for them now, with kids growing up with hyperstimulated dopamine opportunities, they are teaching during the time in between that students are waiting for another
Thing
dopamine
to
rush.
happen.
Right? So they're going on their phone. Just think about all the people that you talk to that are just like not even actually there,
Yeah.
right? And they're just like waiting for that next moment to get a dopamine hit from their phone. And the more you get that hit from the drug, the more that it takes for you to get the successful
Fix.
hit. And
Dude, I
so-
just saw a fucking clip today of a teacher like saying this shit. Like
There you go.
I wonder if we saw the same thing. And it was like the first, because you know what it is? A lot of times when you see like fucking videos of like teachers, it's like
Yeah,
teachers
shut
or
up.
healthcare people. It's always like there's so much happening. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like this video spoke to me because it was a teacher just going like, all right, guys, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is what the deal is, and this is why things are happening. And it was crazy because you don't like, I don't know, like I always think like I just turned 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Happy birthday.
thanks.
When
so
was it?
It was in December. It was the
Oh.
end of December.
Still.
So it's the kind of I'm riding it.
I take it back.
But it's like, you know, so I always felt like because we're like the same. I don't know how old you are. We're like the same age.
I'm
but-
27.
Okay, so basically
Almost
the
the
same. Like
same.
That's like
So-
a woman's 30 for
Yeah.
men. Yeah, 27.
well, okay, but so we're all in the same boat then where it's like I always felt like we grew up in the best time because I still like when I think about my childhood, I was going outside all the time. I was
Yeah.
always like doing play dates and stuff. But like I remember being a kid and having a computer
Going
room
to the
and-
computer, yeah.
Right. So it's like I always felt like man, we lucked out because we can use laptops, but we can talk to people too. Like,
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like the people who are younger than us, dude, like, I always used to be so depressed. Like, when I was, like, in college, I remember being like, oh, man, dude, like, one day I'm going to be, like, lame. Like, I'm going to be,
Yeah.
like, lame. And not, like, whatever. Like, I don't think you're lame if you're, like, 40 or something. But I just meant, like, I'm not going to be, like, a young person,
guy,
like,
yeah.
is, like, oh, man, I hope I don't, like, fucking become one of those guys who gets, like, a
Right.
sports car or something. But now, dude, I'm like, I'm not jealous of the younger generation
Yeah.
at all, dude.
Really?
It's so funny. My
No, dude, I feel like their life sucks. Like,
Yeah, they got
was-
perky tits.
what, all those teenagers?
Nah, 19. That's
well,
still
okay, that's not what
technically-
I'm talking about. Yeah, but
No,
dude,
I know what
can I
you
tell you
mean.
something? That you just hit the nail on the head. That's the problem. They all have perky tits and they're all depressed. They can't talk to each other.
Yeah.
They're not. They're just sitting there.
They're
and
wasting them.
Yeah, they're wasting them.
Yeah. I was thinking about what you said, not in this kind of in the other direction about like growing up and being lame. It's like it doesn't feel that way. I just met up with an old friend of mine who I met through my ex, who was in the like underground music scene in like New Jersey, like basement music shows, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's like punk music and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
And,
I love that shit.
My friend David used to be in my ex's band, and they split. So now I talk to him, and I don't talk
Fuck
to her
that
anymore.
band.
And so he was talking about the fact that, like, he's a little older than me, and I was in this scene when I was like 23, 24, 25, kind of like that, and even that felt old at the time.
Right.
And then he was a little older than me, and he said recently where he's like, oh, maybe he was at one recently, was like, oh, I've grown out of that.
Yeah.
In a good way, which
Right,
is like,
right,
I
right.
don't need to hang out with 19-year-olds anymore.
Dude,
It's not
exactly,
as fun
dude.
as it sounds, or it's not as fun as it was when you were 19. You
No,
know?
dude, I remember like when I would visit my friends who, like, I had friends who went to like Penn State and real like party
Yeah.
schools. And I remember like going to visit them when you're like 21 or 22 and they're like, let's go to a house party, and you're looking around. I'm like, dude, I think we're going to get arrested. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is like a play date. Like these
Right.
people look very little. Like,
Yeah. I will say I was a late bloomer. Like I said, 23 to 25 is still old for what I was doing. I
Right.
just like got a late start. I just like
Same.
was a total lame
Same.
teenager and kind of a square. And I like needed it. And also working at Gas Digital has like given me like a second high school energy where I'm like, oh, now I'm doing drugs. Like I've grown up a little, but I'm like, you know, returning to what I should have been doing when I was like in college.
Right. Shout out Natalie, dude. She I just met you when we were at Gas when you
Yeah.
were producing another thing that Christos and I were doing, which was
Yeah.
really cool, which was very legit. I was very impressed.
Thank you.
With the fucking, not that I wasn't impressed with Gas Digital before, but I'd never been to the studio.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is fucking badass, dude. It's
Yeah,
kind of
holds it
crazy
down.
that they
Thank
share
you.
it with like a normal
Literal apartment building.
people.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, man. You got to be really cool to live in New York, man. You really got to be.
Yes,
Like,
true.
because I'm willing to bet that you guys have had some rowdy nights down there, right?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
do they?
There's also a bar directly above us, so any noise can be kind of drowned out by the bar upstairs.
Interesting.
And also in the other direction, when you're, I don't know if you noticed it, they'll like bang the pool cues on the ground, and you're
Yeah.
like, what is that banging? And it's just like people like at the bar upstairs.
I didn't
That's
realize
so
it's the
funny.
pool cues.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was
Oh
like, are
my
they
God.
moving furniture? And they're like, no, when you play pool, you like hit it on the ground or whatever.
How long have you guys been there? Like, was Gas there first, or was the apartment there? Like, was it like a
No,
was it like
they,
a residential building? Was
it
it like?
started in Ralph's apartment. Ralph, my boss, who's one of the owners. It started out of his apartment, which is somewhat nearby, and then I want to say 2016 or 17.
You know what? I remember
maybe
watching.
a little later, maybe 2018,
I remember watching the old Tim Dillon.
which is not in the
Is
not in
going
the
to hell
studio that you have
episodes.
seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in his apartment? That was
Yeah,
probably one of
probably.
them. Yeah, because I know they always.
'Cause I was
clown on
way
that.
back there. Yeah,
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's really awesome that they've done that, dude. That is like.
yeah.
As I like continue to get older and just try to do something with my life, like I just have such a like. I remember being younger and like, you know, you talk to like an adult and they'll be like, man, everybody kind of ends up where they're supposed to be, and everybody
Sure.
kind of, and you know,
Yeah.
you like we're just fucking around on this right now,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is so much fucking
Yeah,
effort.
it's so-
like it's so,
yeah.
like it's fun, but.
But it feels like work.
Right.
But
and
in
it's
a fun
like,
way.
And I'm sure that running something like Gas is so fun, but Man, that's fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
But I guess that, I always think about, I'm like, when I was a kid, I was always like, fun is not hard. Like fun, stuff that's fun is like
The opposite of work.
Is the opposite of work. But then I don't know if you get older and you just become jaded and it's a survival instinct, or I think it's just like the weird poetic part of life where it's like, now I feel like stuff that's hard is fun.
Yeah.
Or like, I guess the fulfillment that you get after being like, you know what, I can fucking do it, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's kind of cool to be like, hey, we just fucking came out here today and did this.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun.
100%.
You know?
Free
I don't know.
will.
Free will.
You can do whatever you
Free
want.
agency. High agency. That's what's all over X right now. Everyone, a high agency individual. Shut up.
Yeah.
Get a job. Everyone's a coder. You need high agency. You don't leave.
Well, you're getting older, right?
That's the plan.
So time is a metric that's different for you now as a representation of like worth versus before when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like summer vacation felt a lot longer because you only had a certain amount of
Right.
years of life already. Now at 30, you're like, oh, what's another year? What's whatever. So
Yeah.
now you introduce a change element into your routine, and that makes the day feel longer, and as a result, more fulfilled and more fun because you're not drowning away.
Yeah. Like, dude, I
Oh,
remember.
sorry, I hit that.
That's okay.
That was all an awesome analysis. Like, do you
Yeah.
remember when you would, like, I remember like the first day coming home, like on like a summer break when you're in like elementary school,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't even know, like, are we ever
I have
going
an
back?
unbelievable amount of time.
Like what? Like they're like, we're going back in September. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like it's fucking June or it's
Yeah.
May or whatever. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, so that's really okay. So then I guess, how do you recapture that? How do you get that like that I guess wonder, or is it just naive? Is it necessarily bad to have a different understanding of time? Like
I would say like two things. One, Christos said, which is like throwing something different in to like make things stand out from each other so that it's not the same all the time. The other is like what I said before. It's like free will. Do some shit that you do something else. I guess it kind of is the same thing. Do something else. But even in an unplanned way, which is like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, my goal is to go to as many different restaurants as possible. I'm not trying to double up on any
No,
of
I
them.
like that though, but that's what it is, because it's like, well, you know what it is. I mean, I
for
think
example,
what we're
yeah.
getting at is, no, I mean, you're right, and that's a great example because it's I think the awesome responsibility of being an adult is that good, bad, and ugly, you are responsible for
Yes.
your own fun. You
Yeah.
have to make fun. Like
Right.
I always think back and go, man, my childhood seemed like it was so much better than my adulthood, and then I'm like, yeah, but.
You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't
And it's
do
like,
anything.
and you realize you're like, oh, dude,
want me
nothing
to bring this back?
changed.
No,
It's
you
just like my parents were trying to do something cool or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm like, sometimes I used to get pissed at that. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta fucking do that too.
Right.
Like I gotta fucking pay Con Edison and I have to fucking make my own fun.
Yeah.
But then you realize, like, to your point, like, oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you could do whatever you want for fun. You could stand on your head if you want. For
Yeah,
fun. You
exactly.
could do whatever you want.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of, there was something I did recently where I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do that because, you know, what else would I do? I don't remember what it was. Oh, I'm trying to take myself out to dinner more. Where
Like
I'm
alone and just
yeah,
going.
alone.
I
Dude,
could never
it's
do
so
that.
fun.
I could
I
never
really
do that.
love it.
No.
You just don't like being alone with your thoughts, or
Yeah.
you feel like people are looking at you?
I feel like people are looking at me. I feel awkward in every step of it. I cannot eat at a restaurant
Okay, I will
alone.
say, I went in, I felt awkward because, like, in the village, it's hard to tell what the scale is when you sometimes of the restaurant of
Oh,
like
yeah.
what is expected of you.
And you see the menu. And
So
you
I was
sit-
like kind of awkward at first, and then they sat me, and then once I was sitting, I was like, I'm a grown up. This is awesome.
Well,
This
it's
is
funny
the
also
best."
because, you know, they also always insult you because it's like New York City is such a date place. Like,
Yeah.
if you go anywhere, like the fucking mate, he's like, you're waiting for someone? You're like, no.
Oh, I had the
just me.
opposite. Maybe this is
yes, that's what gives me anxiety.
Maybe this is woman privilege, but the waiter hit on me.
Yeah,
so that
that's
was
woman
like
privilege.
the opposite.
Yeah.
Which he was like,
Well, you know, waiters
single
hit on me
woman,
too.
sick.
I just-
Nice, sick.
Dude, I think, you know, it's funny because you would look so cool eating alone.
I think you would
You
look
think
so
I would
cool
look
looking.
cool
Bro,
eating
yes, you
alone?
the hat on, the rings.
The rings do it.
No
Like
way.
the black, like you got like the fucking, the
Sacks.
Yeezys. Let's go.
These
It's
are
about the
Yeezys. I love
confidence, dude. Be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Nah. I just feel like everyone's over there like, of course that man's eating. alone."
No, see, it's the opposite. I think you walk in and you put on your Greek and you go, "It would like a table," and they'll go, "How many?" And you go, "1."
Yeah, I agree.
And they'll go, "Holy
And
shit, this
9
guy's
for my
fluent in
wives.
Greek."
yeah.
No, I couldn't do it. It's too much anxiety. I can't do it.
So let me tell you
But then
something.
go
So-
out with more people more.
Yeah,
Take your
I
lady
do
out
go
more.
out. I go places out.
I know.
So
I don't know
do
why I'm
you
projecting
think that
enough.
is
Just not alone.
it
Yeah.
that not being so? Is being alone not fun, or is being alone give you emotions that don't let you have fun? Like do you think that just on its own being alone is not fun? Because I used to think being alone was sucked.
I like being alone in a domicile that is my domain.
I love being alone at like my apartment or like yeah.
Right.
But
Here's-
like
Sorry, finish that.
no, that was it.
I think that one of the things that I have learned this year is that I love doing things alone. Is that one of my goals last year was I was like, I need to go to the beach by myself more often. I live in Jersey, so it's like, I have a car. It's like an hour from my house to go to the beach. And I'm like, going anywhere with my friends drives me fucking crazy. I'm like,
Some
they
people
just
can't plan for
coordinate.
shit, dude. Yeah.
They just can't coordinate, and everyone's timelines are off. I'm like, I don't want to wait for people. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to decide how much everyone's willing to spend on lunch
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
too much. It's
So
too
I
much.
took myself to the beach, and I was like, oh, I can do whatever I want. This is amazing. Like, I want to go on at least one spontaneous solo like day trip this year.
No, dude,
That's one of
can I
those.
tell you something too? Like, I'm sure you'll agree too. Like, one of my favorite things is when you have nights where like you have like 2 or 3 spots and you're solo on all of them, and you're just kind of like, you pop into one, you do your set, you say hi to a few people, bye.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like, oh, I just gotta get my, oh wait, is so and so, oh wait, he's on deck, so I gotta wait for him. I gotta
Yeah.
go. Like, you know, like sometimes it's, I mean, I love traveling with your friends and doing stuff and going to a
Yeah,
show
of
together,
course.
but it is kind of fun. Like sometimes I really think that New York City is a great place to be alone in. And I think that New York City at night is a really magical place to be alone in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm
Easy
just
to
waiting.
mug.
Yeah, no,
True.
easy to mug. I was going to say, I don't know if I'm waiting for my Christmas story finance guy to be like, you know
Right,
what,
sweep you off your
I'm
feet.
not going to do that deal and we're going to go to your hometown.
Yeah.
But like, I think that like, when I walk around at night in New York, I just like am filled with hope. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I literally am. Like, maybe I'm just gay. I don't know. But like,
Are you from New York?
No.
You from New York?
no, I'm from Pennsylvania, which maybe is why I romanticize
There you
it.
go.
But
Yeah.
but my whole family. So myself and my younger brother, I'd like to say we're honorary New York.
Okay.
We're the only 2 people in our whole family not born in New York.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my I was conceived in New York.
Right. Okay, that's a good
Ooh.
one. That's a good
Hey.
one. Points in your column.
What'd you say?
Points in your column for
Yeah,
being a New Yorker.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I was. Who fucking
I
knows?
His
also
middle
can't.
name is Bleecker Street.
I also can't.
It's Blake straight. But so I'd like to think a lot
But
of my family,
honestly, the kicker here is that if you were from New York, you would not be hopeful walking. Actually, that's not true because I am also watching Sex and the City right now, and that sounds
no,
like
but
some
like
of
I'm
their
saying
shit.
I'm both though. Like it's weird. Like obviously, bro, listen, I've done shows at night, and you walk in the fucking Port Authority terminal at 1 a.m. You see some shit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, look, it
Literally.
depends on
Literally.
the part of town you're in.
Right,
All right, I
sure.
wouldn't say go to 112th Street and walk around at night and get magical. Something will happen. It won't be magical. But if you go to like the West Village or something, or you
Right.
walk around, like sometimes I'll like to just like take a stroll, or I'll go to like Washington Square Park, which is honestly kind of dangerous now.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know if you guys feel that way. Like I just feel like at night I just feel like different. I feel like I'm a different person at night. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely feel
like
that.
a different, not like I'm like not like not a different mindset, like you're not sober or something. Like it's like I just feel like I'm looking at stuff differently. I feel like I'm like taking stuff in differently.
You're a
like,
night
my
owl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you're just like getting more awake
Yes,
progressively
dude.
through the day.
I
So-
fucking love, bro. I'm a crazy person. Like I go to bed at like 2 a.m. or like
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
Same. I go to bed like 2.
And then I fucking wake up and I fucking, you know, you have a job. It's like I fucking wake up at
Yeah.
8:30 or not. But like sometimes I'm not really tired. I don't know, man. It's so
I'm
weird.
always tired.
Well, I'm always tired, but like I'm always not. Like I guess I'm just so chronically tired that I'm just like whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I feel that.
But I don't know. But then I'm just like, hey man, we're having fun. You know, fuck it.
Yeah.
What
Wait,
else are
why
we
is
doing?
Washington Square Park not safe anymore?
It's not safe. I just feel like the last few years of COVID, it was not good to that.
No,
Sure.
no, that part was not. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, listen, you could always buy good crack in it. I mean, it's not like you can. Yeah. But like, I think for a while, like Alec Baldwin moved in, and then all these like people
Kept
like
shooting people.
professors were getting like peer-reviewed things, and he was shooting, and then he cleaned up the streets.
Right.
But I just think like a lot of people with like like endowments were like, we need to clean up the park.
Yeah.
And for a while it was good, and now it's kind of like I lived in the Lower East Side like right before COVID, and it was still the Lower East Side. But like when COVID happened, I was like, yo, like damn,
Yeah.
like I don't know, it got really fun.
Yeah.
But then they started making all these congregation things happening at Washington Square Park, like
Religious ones?
no, like Timothy Chalamet look-alike.
I
Like
fucking
it just became
Oh,
like
I see what you're
talk
saying.
about the opposite of fun.
yeah, it just became like a
Hilarious.
social media park.
Bro.
Yeah, it's because
Washington Square Park.
NYU's right there.
Is
isn't it?
social media the opposite of fun?
A little bit. A little bit.
I don't want to totally hate on
You would
it.
disagree. Though.
I don't want to totally hate on it.
I think it's
You
fun.
are like the king of social media.
I'm not the king, but thank you for saying
You're the
that.
big dog in this room, baby.
Nah. But I think it's fun to not respect the sanctity of social media. That's what makes it
Have
fun.
fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Like
Yeah.
the
Just
people
have
that take
fun.
it too seriously.
Just
like,
dare to have fun.
Dude,
dare to have fun.
you know how many comics I know are like, I can't post unless I know it's gonna like pop off.
Shut up.
Like they're like scared to post stuff. They're scared to like be collaborators on stuff that's like not gonna do well.
Do you
or
do
whatever.
you hide your likes or do you show your likes?
If it's something that's like abysmal and also will like indicate how someone should feel about the video before seeing
Right.
the video, then I'll hide the
Oh,
likes.
you mean hide the number of likes?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant your liked post.
Oh no. Because
I'm
I
like, does it
don't.
default
I
to
feel like I
showing that?
shouldn't because my thing is like I hope one day I can get a lot of likes. So like I just want people to be like, damn, he showed all his cards the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Hey, if I post something and get 10 likes, it got 10 likes, baby. Fuck me.
No, I'll hide something if
Transparency.
it's like a low like count for a reason. Like if it's something that's like meant to make people angry and they're like, oh, why does this have like 50,000 views
Sure,
but like
sure.
20 likes,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Then I don't want people to have that emotion before going into it. Because I think everybody like analyzes like
Totally.
the right-hand side before even viewing something.
Bro, can I tell you something? It is funny how there are certain things that you just keep doing. Like, people can buy a blue check mark now, and I still will be like, well, they're a blue check mark. It's like, that doesn't mean anything
Sure.
anymore. Like, you
I
can
do that
just,
too.
like, I could buy it right now and
Right.
have a blue check mark with, like, 4,000 followers. Like, you know, it's like,
Right.
it doesn't. But still, I'll be like, well, okay, I guess that. I mean, I guess it still does have some validity. It's authenticating it. but-
You bothered to pay for it.
right, so I
Yeah.
guess that means something, right?
Yeah.
Well, they won't give it to me because my
Too controversial.
yeah,
Yeah, you're too
there's plenty
controversial.
of reasons they won't give it to me.
Wait, you, like, can't buy it?
I can't even buy it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I walked over you.
I think because it's too controversial.
You're
I think
having
also,
too
Oh, so
much
you're
fun.
serious.
I'm having too much fun.
I was kidding, but
Yeah.
you're serious.
Yeah, I'm serious. They won't let me buy it. I tried.
Well, dude, you know,
Yeah.
I remember.
Maybe
When-
there's a really high profile phony of you.
Nah, I don't
Yeah, there
think
could
so.
be, dude. Because I remember like when social media first came out, it was fun and goofy. Like it was like,
Yeah.
remember like Facebook statuses would be like Alex Labuti like is eating a sandwich. Like
Yeah.
it would just be like
Now the
stupid
kids
shit.
now the kids are romanticizing that.
Really?
Yeah, being like old social media, like 2014 Instagram and. With
Well,
the
that I
filters and
like.
stuff,
That I
yeah.
agree with because to your point, Christos, it's for some reason it just became everything.
Yeah.
And it should be an extension of our social lives.
Right.
Like it should be, it should improve your social life like the phone did when it was like, oh, now I could just call my friend and I don't have to like whatever. We could reach each other if we're not at home. Like,
Yeah.
and obviously phones were invasive. And I'm sure if we asked like our parents when cell phones came out, they'd probably be like, that fucked everything up. But
Right.
like, I do feel like social media did something weird to everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I guess it just like, I mean, look, I guess it's the most important thing, right? Like not the most important, but I'm saying like, I think for most people being liked and knowing that your like community likes you is important. So it's like, I guess they just fucking tapped into the perfect, like,
They really
like,
did.
do you think from the jump, like, I genuinely believe that like Zuckerberg made Facebook to just have fun. I do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he made
Like,
it and
judge
was like
women.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which okay,
Was
we
fun
can
but
talk
it
about
was
that's
fun for
fine
him.
but
Yeah, it was fun for him at the time.
what I'm saying is like, yeah,
well, the
he didn't
twins
make it to
that
be
actually
like.
made the idea.
Well, the twins,
Right.
the Winklevoss. But you
Right.
what I'm saying is, I don't think
We've all
anybody was
seen the
like,
social
this is
media.
gonna change the election. This is like, I
No,
don't
of
think
course,
anybody
of
wanted
course,
that.
Of course. It's
So
the same
it's
with
like-
YouTube too, which is like, remember YouTube before it was bought by Google?
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like different
hilarious.
shit. Different
it was
shit.
way better.
And it was funny, and it was like, yeah, remember the first the going to the zoo video? That's like
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
video
yeah.
or whatever. And it's literally actually.
Do you
funny
remember the
enough.
first YouTube video you ever watched? Do you? I remember.
don't
Maybe it was
know.
drinking out of cups. No.
Mine was mine was shoes.
I was about to say
Mine
shoes.
was
Was it shoes?
I was
Yeah.
about to say shoes. That guy was a comic, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Wasn't it sitting on the toilet? You remember
yeah, sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet.
Oh yeah.
No.
But dude, shoes
Or
shut
remember
shit
where's
down.
the chapstick?
Where's the chapstick? I don't remember
Where's
that
the
one.
Where's
chapstick?
the chapstick? Yes.
We don't have to do this whole time,
No,
but
but
I was
dude,
just curious.
shoes. I feel like was the first.
Shoes hit.
Probably
Shoes
wasn't
so
the
good.
first viral video ever.
No, but it definitely, like, I was in, I don't know, 4th grade or something like that, and I remember my friend showing me shoes and being like, this is, like, a little weird, but also in kind of the best way, and then Fred going to the pool or whatever.
Oh, Fred.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I just remember watching shoes. I was sleeping over my buddy Seth's house. Shout out Seth. And we
Fuck
were.
you, Seth.
Yeah, fuck you, Seth. No, Seth's a
Whoa.
good dude.
Just-
Is Seth watching this?
I don't know, Seth.
Probably not.
I don't know.
He's got a
about-
wife. He's got a whole life. He's
He's-
not
he's
watching this
busy.
bullshit. He's doing something cool.
You were
like,
with Seth.
Hey, shout out Seth. Shout out Seth again. And I remember we were watching it, and I remember we both had like an epiphany. Like I remember I was watching it, and I was like, oh my God, this is a joke, and this is like I'm like, you can just like make a video and make
Right.
it like funny, and like this isn't on NBC or like I'm like, you can just make stuff and like put it online, and you don't have to like get permission, or you don't have
Yeah.
to. And I remember being like, oh my God, this is great. Like right in that moment, I was like, oh my God, the internet. Like
Yeah.
you can just put stuff on.
I had a very similar feeling where I think I was in 5th or 6th grade, and there was a boy in my class who had a YouTube channel, and I was like, that is the coolest thing on the planet. If I had one, I would put everything on it.
Yeah.
And then I eventually, my parents caved, and I got one when I was in like 6th grade or something, and being like, I have unlimited power. Like
Yeah.
I can put anything here.
Dude, it's crazy. Like it's like when you talk to people like the .com bubble, and like
Yeah.
all those business people were like, oh my God, we can sell shit on here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that's how I felt. Like I was like, oh my God, you can just. This is like a new
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
I mean,
then
I
Google
used it
bought
as like an escapism, right? Like, just escaping like my house. Got really into like the computer,
Yeah.
and I was very popular on YouTube before it got bought by Google.
Same actually.
Yeah?
I have one video that got over 1 million views.
Whoa.
Whoa, early YouTube,
early.
1
I'll
million?
I'll put it. I'll
That's
put the
like
fucking
20
clip in
million
here.
now.
Bro, I'll put the fucking
Yeah.
clip in here. I'll show you later. I have braces.
Cute.
We changed my. It's not the one that you're gonna think of.
Okay.
The big one. But we made it because of that, because we were like fucking in like
Right.
7th grade or something.
I just thought of another one, but yes,
we
go ahead.
changed my friend's World of Warcraft password, and he just lost his fucking mind.
Oh, that's
Oh, hell
funny.
yeah.
And it was so funny, and we made it because there was the one that went super viral.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
remember that
It was
one.
like another whatever, but like so that was like the time when we were learning, and we were kind of like yo, could we just make a video like it, and like if people are searching that, would they search this, and then it'll come up.
Ooh.
Dude,
And we
SEO
did
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
MTV reached out to us.
No
But we
shit.
didn't. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. They were like, "We'll give
Yeah.
you like $300 if we can use it in like a show, like probably some stupid shit." like-
Ridiculousness.
yeah, probably. But we never fucking did it. And then my friend that we made it with changed the password, and
Oh,
lost
never
it?
trust your friends
Is
for
it
shit
still
like that.
available
it's
on
still
YouTube?
on YouTube. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
There's
Mine,
one video, and we have like 500 subscribers, and we have like
Sure.
people
That's
made
awesome.
replies to it, going like "fuck you."
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny.
Another one that was one of the first ones that I watched was SpongeBob in China. Do you remember SpongeBob in China?
SpongeBob in China.
Would you just Google SpongeBob and it was super racist, and
was super
but it was
racist.
exactly what it sounds like. I had one video that has like 40,000 views or something, and it was a Lady Gaga parody that I made for like a science class
Hell
to like
yeah.
teach the parts of a cell. and it is still up there. And then I still get comments being like, my teacher showed me this to help me remember the parts of a cell or whatever.
Wait,
That's
that's
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah,
the
isn't that
mitochondria
cute?
is the powerhouse
Yeah,
of the
exactly,
cell. Let's
exactly,
go.
exactly. Yeah.
No fucking
It was
Hell
a
way.
bad romance video of us singing. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You remember when you're like a little kid and you're like, if there's one thing I fucking remember, it's the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Literally,
I'm
dude.
gonna
I
need
remember
to use
that.
that in real life.
For some reason, I remembered that, and I remembered negative B plus or minus radical C squared
Ooh, yeah.
minus 4AC all over 2A. That's all I remember.
A squared plus
What is
B
that one
squared
called?
equals
I don't-
C
Quadratic
squared.
It
formula.
was the quadratic
Come
one.
on,
I know.
Natalie.
I remember the Pythagorean theorem too. but-
Pythagorean theorem.
and then
Hey,
other names.
Natalie, to check it out. All right.
Density equals mass over volume. Density
Wow,
equals the
density
law.
It's a good one. Wait,
Hey, you
hold
know
on.
what? American
Hold on,
school
hold on, hold on.
systems, huh, guys? Look at that.
America taught me so good.
We can't balance a checkbook for shit. Nobody knows how the government works,
Yeah.
but we know the quadratic formula, and
Yes.
that is what is important.
The government doesn't want you to do your own taxes, but they
Government
actually
only
do.
wants you to know the quadratic formula.
It's cheaper for the government to make you do your own taxes instead of keeping track themselves and sending it to you, but it's a really way to disguise things as fraud.
Don't
Yeah.
you guys get it? Negative B plus or minus radical C squared. I fucked it up.
You lost it.
What happened at
He
Tower
only
7?
remembers it once.
I'm only good for one. What about school, guys? Did you guys have fun in school? Were you guys like fun? Were you like
I
troublemakers? Were you? I was a class clown. I was voted class clown superlative.
I was not a class
how I
clown,
turned
but I
out.
loved school. Like,
I did enjoy school. I liked learning and stuff. I
not
thought it was
even
fun.
like obviously day to day. I was like, this is boring, and I want to go home. But ultimately, like, I would get excited in September to go back. You know,
Yeah, it was. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to see people.
like seeing
and,
people. I like figuring out what the deal is.
And I think
per
that's
year.
also. I think that's the beginning of what we were talking about, where it's like you start to like
You have
appreciate
structure.
Yeah, and you start to go like, hey, you know what? Maybe it is fun to work towards like a goal and like not be
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like try to go to college or try to go to a trade school or
Sure.
something, or try to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Try to move to the most expensive place on earth.
Did you guys know that you wanted to be comedians when you were that young? Like, how old were you when you figured that out?
I still don't even want to be a comedian.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
When did you decide to do this then?
I actually
Or like why?
decided to do this in my senior year of college. No, junior year of college. I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy. I was
Right.
always one of those. I was a fanboy of stand-up when I was
Sure.
like a kid
Same.
too. But I was like, I want to use it as a vehicle to get to a level of like being able to direct movies.
So you're like
you
a
know,
film
write
guy.
Movies. Yeah, I love
yeah.
film. I love
Yeah, we got to do some sketches.
yeah,
together, dude.
sketches.
We
I
really
love
do.
all that kind of stuff. But like I naturally like and gravitate towards stand-up comedy as like the true art form of comedy in my opinion, but you know, turning those, you know, you could kind of do both, right? Like
Yeah.
Especially now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always loved comedy.
Mhm.
My parents loved Seinfeld. Like my earliest memories were like
The guy or the show?
both.
Both.
Like my earliest memories were like I remember like my parents like giving me a bath and then putting me on their bed and then Seinfeld being on. Like
That's funny.
I
and you were like,
remember
I'm
that.
14, stop bathing me.
Yeah, I was at 14, I 19. I was like, but I remember. It is funny how like you just like when you're little you just remember random things.
Sure.
Like I remember like looking up. Like laying down on the bed and like seeing it and like seeing like the opener when he's always like doing something. I'm like, what's the deal with this?
Yeah.
And I remember not thinking anything of
Which,
it.
by
but
the
just-
way, is usually bad. I'm rewatching Seinfeld, and most of his opening bits are not very funny to me.
Are you
No.
kidding me? They're great.
I mean,
I
I
guess
like
it
them, but
depends on
they,
the season, but I feel like there was one that I saw recently where I was like,
well, they kind of
Oh.
set the scene for the episode.
Yeah.
They're also
Sure.
not real. They
Yeah,
were
I
staged.
figured that, I
Yeah, they
figured
were
that, I
staged.
He's
figured that.
narrating the episode as like a synopsis.
right, but sometimes I'm like, you could have given me something else.
I kind of know
Maybe
what you
it's
mean.
just
I
the
mean,
most recent one that I watched.
I mean,
top
look,
of
here-
mine was kind of not good.
I
fair.
love Jerry Seinfeld. A lot of people don't
I
like
love
him
the
and
show.
stuff, whatever.
I watch it often, obviously.
I love Jerry Seinfeld, and I think I love the show, and I think Jerry Seinfeld is funny too. I
Yeah.
love Jerry Seinfeld. I know. Larry David was the shut up. I know. I like Larry David too. Stop.
Yeah.
But no, I love Seinfeld. But I will say a critique of him that I do understand is not really a critique. It's really more like I think he is probably the best example of like the formula of comedy.
Sure.
Where like
He's the guy.
sometimes
He's the
he'll
what's the
say
deal with airline
something.
food guy.
Yeah, what's the deal with airline
Yep.
food? But it's like he will sometimes say jokes, or for example, his stand-up specials are hilarious. Some of the ones like you're saying in the beginning of the episodes, I feel like he'll say something and you may not like laugh out loud, but you're like, that's
That was
funny,
good.
and that was good.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my god, he's good. Like he's just as like I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it. He
I wish
just,
I could
like,
remember
I
the
feel like he
one
could
that
be
I
a
just
rapper.
saw.
He's just got all the metaphors.
Yeah.
and the,
Well, I think he kind of zeroed in on that, like the cool dad that's not that cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
totally.
Like it
Because
just
he totally embraces like being corny, like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like, hey,
yeah.
like,
No, I think it's cool, and I think is he like a pioneer? No, because there were people that were doing that as well. But like, was he able to like commercialize it and like have a lot of great success and like brand it his way, and also pretty much stay true to who he was?
yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
If
Like
we're
he's
talking-
the worst actor on Seinfeld for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
can I tell you something? I think that's by design. Like,
Right.
not by design necessarily, but like, you know, when people, he's a great comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he would say he's a great actor either.
No.
And when people tell me they don't like Seinfeld because he's not a good actor, I'm like, you're not.
You're missing the point.
The point of the show is that he's the neutral
Right.
in the middle
He's
of
you.
this chaos.
The viewer.
Right, he's the viewer. He's the
Yeah.
benevolent viewer
Right.
who is
Who asks all the obvious questions that
right.
you also were asking.
And he is buoyed by the cast of characters
Yeah.
that bring in their own shit to everything.
It's
Like,
funny. I now I'm on like season. I've seen plenty of it through the years, but I'm on Netflix. I'm on like season 4 or 5
Oh, have
right
you
now.
never finished it? Like,
No, not straight
Oh, no
through.
way.
Not straight through. Yeah.
Wait till the last episode.
I'm familiar with the last
Okay.
episode, which is.
did you
kind
hate
of
it
a
or did you
bummer.
like it?
I hated it, but I liked what Curb Your Enthusiasm did to like correct it.
I just thought it's funny that like halfway through, Kramer gets a pop every time he comes in, and I'm like, you know him. He's a main character.
Bro, he fucking ran that show.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah. It's
Kramer-
just so funny that like people got excited for him as if they were surprised, like the way that you would with like a celebrity cameo, you know?
Right. Like, it's like they cheer because he comes in going like,
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
he does that
He
every
does it every episode, yeah.
But
you guys new here?
I think what's cool about him is he disrupts whatever moment is in there.
Sure.
So now you've introduced the foil, and there's like a relief of like, oh, I didn't know where it was going, but it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
he's about to take it somewhere else.
Dude,
Right.
it is a masterfully crafted show.
Yeah.
It really is. I understand, obviously, everyone has their preferences and shit, but you don't have to like Seinfeld. But when I see people who hate it or say it's not funny, I'm like, I don't think you have a good sense of humor.
Sure.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not saying Seinfeld is the funniest guy. I'm not saying, like, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how you couldn't like that show. It's just so fucking.
comfy.
It's so fun and stupid.
Well,
Like,
as
it's-
a little
it's-
kid watching it on TV, I was like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah.
yeah. No,
Can't-
you need to be like 25 at least
Yeah.
to start
Yeah.
to be like I remember when I was like, yeah, like you have to like go through like your first breakup and then you're like, oh, okay, George is funny. I
Yeah.
get
Right,
George.
right.
You know, or you have to
Yeah.
get like rejected and then you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, as a kid, you're like, this guy's annoying.
yeah. You're like, God, everyone's
Stop
voice.
complaining.
Yeah.
Well, as a kid, I think you really like Kramer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
he's
he's slapsticky. And you know, it's funny, I read something that said that Kramer was like the leading person in international markets.
Yeah.
Like when they would show it in like Japan or
He
in,
does seem like a character that was not written to be as main in the cast as he ended up being. Like it seems like he
No.
himself stole the show a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's an undeniable talent, dude. I mean, he's got a set at the Laugh Factory that's incredible. You guys have to see. I mean, it's
where,
really
he's shouting, where he's shouting at the balcony.
no, listen. But he like.
I'm glad that I've worked with comedians long enough to get the reference.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
'cause if you
But-
said that to me 4 years ago, I would have been like, huh?
God, man, that really. You know what? He might have been the first viral video.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Damn.
Dude, that
He
was
really-
some good crowd work.
I'll tell you what, man. He really might have been the first like cell phone video.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Well, he's
Not
definitely the
literally,
reason
but
why they
yes.
started taking cell phones at live comedy
Oh my
shows.
God, they probably did. Did they never used to? Well, I guess people didn't have phones.
It didn't matter.
And
as
then you're right.
much,
People
yeah.
probably only had phones for like a few years.
And it looked like shit, and you would kind of go, why would anyone post that anywhere?
And I also think, dude, can I tell you the truth too? I think that when cell phones first came out, people were way more courteous about it.
Sure.
Like people, like I remember, well, not even remember, like I'm sure our parents are all the same. Like my dad like will like put his phone down in the other room and then go into the living room. And I'm like, that's amazing. What if someone texts you? Like, you know what I mean? It's so like, so I feel like people probably just, you didn't have to ask anyone to take out your phone because like you're a dick if you took your phone.
Yeah,
like,
you're
what are you
like,
doing? We're at a show.
It was
like,
uncool. Yeah, absolutely.
Like it is like so okay now to just like
that also speaks to that scene, that moment being so shocking that someone went,
Right. They were probably like,
this.
I don't even know. I'm just going to record it. Like, someone's probably, did you record that?
They were
No
probably
one's
like,
gonna believe
this is
me."
hilarious. Everyone online is also gonna think this is
hilarious. And then everyone went, and then he never worked again.
Bro. I was glad that he was back in Curb. Curb is a great show.
Yeah.
Talk about having fun, man, is Larry David.
Who was
Yeah.
I talking to about Curb like yesterday? Maybe it was my mom. I don't remember what the bit was. Sorry. Move on.
No, I just feel like Larry David is so inspiring because, I mean, he's obviously a creative genius and he's so funny, but he kind of like what you said about Jerry, like he kept his, he totally never changed. And like, I just, you know, life is so weird and difficult and confusing that I think that even if you don't like exactly what a person is doing, if you just see someone like doing their thing and having fun, like doing it their way, you have to respect it. Like Larry David, there are clips you can find online of Larry David going on stage to do stand up and then just leaving. Just going like, fuck this. I'm not like, dude, now that's a little extreme too.
Right.
But I'm like, is that like do you reach that point of having fun by realizing what you don't have fun in? And do you immediately dead it? Do you be polite about it? Like, I'm like, what's
that
the
is
right?
kind of the Larry David thing to be like, I'm no longer enjoying this and I will
Bye.
no longer continue doing it.
Right. And it's like, I would argue, has had a fun life. He probably disagree with his attitude, but like, I guess it's like, do you, there's a really great Steve Jobs quote where he's like, success isn't saying yes to all the great stuff. It's saying no to all the other great stuff.
Sure. I like that.
So it's like, if you're trying to have fun in your life, you got to think about
Pick
what
your
you want.
priorities.
Yeah. Pick your kind of fun, like
Yeah,
make your
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
So it's like, how do you make your fun? I guess first you got to decide what isn't fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. And then you just got to fucking
It's
start.
easier to take away, like sculpting is taking away,
Right,
et cetera,
right.
et cetera.
Start with the whole thing and go, well, this job's not fun and that job's not fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like an interesting, like, do you guys ever, like, when I'm having fun, I'm never like, I'm having fun.
Right.
It's like after the fact. Like,
Yeah.
do you think that that's the point? Like, is fun fleeting on purpose, or do you think we need to do a better job of capturing it? Or is that kind of sometimes I feel like that's the point, is that it's a moment and then it's done.
I think that
And that's why it's fun.
As I've gotten older, I think everyone maybe it's just me, just has to have like an existential period when you're kind of young where you're like, oh my God, time is so fleeting. And, you know, all of my fun things, that fun thing I did is now a memory and I'll never be living it again. And so I just got back from Jamaica with a gas trip, which is my third time going with them. And then my fourth.
Talk about fun,
My
baby.
fourth retreat that I've been on with them. The first one
That's
I
really cool
remember
they do
having.
that.
It's fun. It's fun. And it's also like looks good that they're like, look, we take our
Yeah.
people out, you know? But it is fun. It is worth it. I would be sad if they stopped doing it.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But I remember the first year being like, wow, oh my God, that was the most fun I've ever had, and I'll never have that kind of experience again. I remember being really sad when it was over. And now I'm like, oh, this, you know, there's so many coming up. There's so many other things I'm going to be doing. This is like, I guess the more fun you have, you're like, I mean, maybe there's an argument to be made that it should be a little bit precious, but you don't have to be as delicate with it to the point that you're like not enjoying it because you're thinking about how it's about to be over.
I get what you're saying, but I also think it kind of reinforces something you said earlier, which is like Ralph and Lewis, like they're creating fun. Like they see the duty that they have. They say, okay, we're working with human beings. They have to feel good, and then we'll make good stuff. So let's make the fun, like let's make it happen. And I also think it then reinforces that working hard idea where it's like, I think as an adult you realize, oh, fun comes from working hard, or working hard at something is fun. So it's like, yeah, guys, we work our tail off. I'm sure you've been there for fucking hours down there in that fucking dungeon.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah,
fucking-
in the
I mean, it's not a
basement.
dungeon, but you know what I mean? Like, just
Basement,
fucking
yeah.
going away.
Yeah.
And then it's like, not that it's actively on your mind, but you're like, hey, man, I'm happy to do this because these guys are good guys. They take us to Jamaica. They
Right.
fucking pay us. They do our thing. So it's like,
Right.
it's like work begets fun, begets work, begets
Totally.
fun, begets work. Like, it's like if you can get in that cycle, that's a good vicious cycle.
Absolutely. There's a quote that I literally, when he said it to me, I wrote it down in my notes because it meant a lot to me. Harrington, who's my friend who I work with at Gas, everyone, you work at a place long enough. There are days where it really is a job and it really is a slog.
Hey, everything is a job.
And
still. Yeah.
absolutely. And being like, there was an amount of unrest where people were like, growing pains. It happens there sometimes where people are like, oh, we got to do something
And that
different,
place
but I don't
scaled
know
up
what it
big,
is
dude,
yet.
and fast.
Yeah, and I have it on my phone, but it was like, you get paid shit and the job is stupid. If you're not having fun, why do you even work here? And it's like, oh yeah, you're right. The whole point of why I work here is because it's fun. And if you forget that, then you lose everything. It's
Then
like,
you've lost
no,
your
the
way.
whole point is that we're having fun while we're here. I'm pretty sure that's almost exactly it. But I
Yeah,
wanna
dude, fine. No,
quote him
and I
correctly.
think Christos, you can probably. It's definitely the same thing with comedy, man. Because comedy is so fucking up and down all the time that it's just like it's so hard to.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what he said.
Yeah, but it's like you have a good set. I think comedy. The thing I like about comedy is that it's a good like life skill thing to keep you in check because it's like you'll have really good sets and you'll be like, why not fucking Netflix, bro?
Yeah.
Like the fucking,
I don't have to work
fucking
anymore.
Idiots over here. Come on, I'm gonna quit my job tomorrow. And then like literally as soon as you do that, and it always happens when you got those 3 spots a night and you're on your way to your next spot, you're like, man, I just did fucking 3, man. Wait till I get this fucking. You show up to the next spot, they're like, the crowd's a little weird. You're like, well, I haven't gone up yet. I didn't
It's
go up
me.
yet. Just wait till I go up, and then you
Right.
bomb your dick off, and then you're like, but you guys, you should have come to the other
Yeah,
room,
yeah.
and it's like, those moments are the moments you have to be like, dude, remember why you are doing
Yeah.
this and what you like about it, and understand that you're just having a bad day at work. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, literally.
listen, dude, I've had jobs where I'm in an office and I go to a boardroom and I've bombed. It just
Right.
is what you say an idea and they go, okay, any other stunt ideas for the brand activation? And you go, well, I'm gonna shoot myself. Like,
Yeah, literally.
you're just like, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Fun is such a weird thing and it's not defined. And I don't know. I feel like I learned it from like the fun song from SpongeBob, and I just gotta try
F
to.
is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is
gonna
for
finish
no
it?
survivors.
When you Plankton. And
I
then
have
U is
a-
for uranium, or
Yeah.
something. What does he say?
Bombs, yes.
Yeah,
Bombs.
uranium. Bombs.
I have a slightly offshoot question that
do
you
it.
made me think of.
do it.
What do you have any like part-time jobs that you had that you thought were really fun, even if they weren't toward your like greater purpose?
Absolutely. Every part-time job I had, I fucking loved, dude.
Yeah.
I worked a ton of random odd jobs.
You seem like a person that would have fun at like a pizza place.
I have fun everywhere. Dude, one of my favorite job ever that was so goofy was I worked. You guys know what Snap-on is? It's
No.
they make like equipment for mechanics, and
Okay.
they make tools. They make tool. God, am I a
Parts.
fucking artist? Tool cabinets, things
Okay.
like that. Like manly men to fix
Sure.
things. And,
Machines.
sweating and everything. So, I worked for a third-party offshoot warehouse
Hilarious.
that made transformer batteries for Snap-on devices. So for like welding
Whoa,
devices,
way down the line.
or for so like welding devices, car jumpers, anything, and
Like
the
a
fucking
drill.
pressure, drill, anything.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was so interesting, dude. And I would get up. The hours were amazing. It was 7 to 3:30.
Oh,
Ooh.
incredible.
Which like it sucked waking up, but like
then you're done.
it was, bro. I was done at 3:30.
Yeah, that's
And you
amazing.
could skip a lunch. I'd just leave at 3. Like,
Right.
dude, it was fucking awesome. And it was when I was living alone in Westchester, Pennsylvania. So I would just drive. Like it was like a 10-minute drive. Like I was just kind of doing my thing, like whatever. And dude, the fucking people I met there were unreal. Like unreal. Like
Yeah.
like we first of all, I was the only kid I was the only white guy there.
Right.
I was the only dude who was like going to school or anything.
Sure.
Everyone, it was in Westchester, Pennsylvania, so a lot of people came in from Philly because
Right.
Philly was only like 35-minute drive.
Right.
And it was just fun, man. We all had a good time. Everybody who worked there was cool and they were real as fuck. So nobody cared about stupid shit. Like nobody like they would call me white boy and stuff, but they didn't. It was like,
but in a good-natured way.
yeah, like no one cared about anything, bro,
Yeah.
because everybody was just like, hey man, we're here working our fucking tail off, bro. We would be, I mean, you would show up, they would open the garage
Constant.
door. This is in the middle of the summer in July.
Believe it.
You're fucking soldering things. You're sweating. I'm taking machines, dipping them in resin.
Cool.
Taking them. We would test them.
Inhaling a lot of fumes.
Inhaling fumes. We would test the transformers.
Yeah.
You would just hit them and go zzz, and get zapped.
Oh,
That's
shit.
And you
awesome.
fucking, and we wouldn't do it. And they would always, I did it a few times and we had another guy, they were like, yeah, man, they were like, let Ralphie do it. Let Ralphie, this guy Ralphie kind of walks sideways and
Yeah.
he would be in
This
his
guy
car.
Alex keeps sticking his dick in the thing.
Yeah,
and it's
bro.
weird.
No. This guy Ralphie was hilarious because he would roll up. You know it was early because he'd roll up, and it was him, Ralphie, and Reggie. We were all
They
all like
carpooled.
the boys. Because I would be the guy that would. So Reggie would spin the copper wire. I mean, old school. He's on a thing,
Sure.
pumping it with his foot, doing the thing, spinning
Right.
the copper wire. Copper wire comes to me. I take the copper wire. I take pliers and twist it around a battery or to conduct electricity.
Sure.
Do like 10 of them.
Right.
Dip it in resin, give it to Ralphie. Ralphie gets shocked. and then it goes on an assembly line. Every day at lunch, they'd be like, yo, let's go in the car. We're going to hotbox the car. We're going to get so fucking stoned. And then they would come back into work and they'd be like, and they'd just be spinning the wire. And I'm like, bro, one of these days you're going to fucking die. You're gonna
Yeah.
Ralphie's going to fall in the resin. He's going to be tweaking out, going, ah! Fall in the fucking. But dude, I mean, it was so. It was so crazy because you'd meet people. Dude, the foreman would come out. He was an alcoholic. He'd be drunk every day. We'd be moving boxes every morning in the truck, and you would just smell the alcohol coming out of all these guys, dude. I mean, these guys worked hard, play hard, talk about having fun and working hard, bro. These guys were fucking probably ripping that forklift with a fucking .08,
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
Just fucking whipping it. And I mean, it was just the cast of characters that you meet at odd jobs like that, dude. Talk about fun.
Yeah,
That's fun.
absolutely.
I mean, that's fun, dude.
Yeah.
I had so many stupid fucking. I used to park cars and valet cars
Hell
and stuff.
yeah.
Fun.
Bro, one time I was parking a car. Yo. So, me and my buddy have no money. My boy Lou Snow. Shout out Lou Snow.
Yo, Lou.
Shout out Lou Snow. He's the
A lot of
homie.
shout outs in this episode.
And
I like it.
a lot of shout outs. Lucas Snow Art. He's a fucking amazing artist.
You know nothing, Lou Snow.
And no, let me tell you something. He knows something about something.
It's a Jon Snow
Oh.
reference.
I want to know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
what
That's
is what
good.
does Lou Snow
Hold that
know about?
thought. Yeah,
I'm
keep
just
going
having
with that.
fun. So me and him had no money. We're like idiot college degenerates.
Sure.
And so we're both like, all right, I guess we'll like get a job parking cars or some shit or like whatever. We worked at the Wells Fargo parking lot
Oh, hell
that
yeah.
they shared with like a restaurant. So
Sure.
it was like after 6 o'clock, you'd be the guy at the booth. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And it was such a stupid fucking job, dude. Like people would, first of all, my first day there, I'm getting trained and this guy's training me and he's going, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the tickets are $5 each to park. So people would pull up to the thing. He'd go, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, yeah, put $10. And he just
Just take the other half.
pocket of 5. And I'm going, and he does it like 5 or 6 times. Because at first he did, and I'm like,
Did he judge like
I'm like-
certain people who look like they could afford it?
bro, so listen. So what he'd do is he would wait, like a guy would pull up in a nice car.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a fucking Lexus, an Audi would pull up, you know.
It's a luxury
hey, listen,
fee.
this is Westchester was right near the main line, Marion, Lower Marion, and all that shit. Kobe. I mean, these are people who are pulling up. Sometimes you see someone pull up with like an Audi R8. I mean, this is some serious cash, and they'd pull up, and if it was a nice car, I'd go, oh yeah, it's $10, and they go, oh, sign says 5. Yeah, you know, it's Friday, bro. It's Saturday. All right, go park somewhere else. Ah, fuck you. Here you go.
Yeah.
So the plan was he would go, you overcharge these fuckers. Because he goes, when someone cool comes along, you let them park for free.
Yeah.
Or like if someone came in like a real beat up junk car,
You're like, I got you.
he'd be
today.
like, yeah, just park,
your lucky
brother. I
day.
got you, bro. Some people would come like regulars.
They'd be like, "Hey, I got you, man." People would come. They'd give us alcohol. They'd be like,
funny.
people come. They're like, "Oh, here's a bottle." They go, "Oh man,
Nice.
you guys always let us borrow for. Here's a bottle."
Nice.
Isopropanol.
And
Thank you.
yeah, literally 98% paint thinner. So what they would all do was everybody would stand there and just hustle. It was a racket. Every fucking employee was doing this except for Lou and I. And we're going, I'm like, dude, are we like idiots? Like, I was
I would
like,
be doing what you're doing. I'd be like, I'm gonna get caught immediately.
well, right. And I was also like, that's like my luck. Like,
Right,
And I was
me
just
too.
like, are we like being idiots? Like, what the fuck? So we never did because we're pussies. We should have. But it was so funny because one day there was like a mass exodus. They caught everybody.
way. So you were
And
right.
They literally, there was like 4 employees left. Like
So
we
you
went
were
from like
right to not do
25
that, yeah.
employees. Yeah, because we had a ton of employees because they would have events. We would like go to an event and park cars and stuff.
Right.
So
It's so
they
funny,
fire
outsourcing.
everybody, right? They fire everybody. And so they're like, guys, we need your help now to work events. So
So you're doing the job of 20 people just for you?
yes.
With the same pay, probably.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So who's the real fucking idiot?
Yeah, it's me.
Yes, I guess.
So we are we go to we're getting this thing set up, right? And we're talking to the guy, and he's when you first apply, they ask you a ton of questions, you fill them out, whatever, blah blah. It's bullshit. So now they're like talking to us again about events, and like, so you guys have never done events. Here's how it works, blah blah blah. And he goes, this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. And he goes, all right. He's like, and you guys can drive stick shift. I know you both, obviously you can. We wouldn't have hired you in the first place.
Oh.
What?
You don't know how to
I
drive
lied.
stick. You
No,
know
I
how to
don't.
drive stick?
I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
Neither do
I
I.
don't. Okay, I thought you were gonna
either.
rip me.
No, my dad tried to teach me, and I was like, "Fuck this archaic technology."
I wanted to learn, and my dad got rid of his manual before I got a chance to make him teach me.
Yeah.
I mean, I
there you go.
learned. I was driving around in a stick car,
Yeah.
but like, if you got in a car with me while I was driving stick, you'd be like, "This is
Have you done this
concerning."
before?
Yeah,
Okay,
have you done
well,
this
so, dude,
before?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, please.
I am at this event. I don't know what it was. It was something nice. It was like a wedding. It was something like
Right.
everybody's pulling up.
Dress nice.
Everybody's getting out in ties and gowns and fucking the flower, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that is. They're all
Corsage.
doing their thing. People are coming in their nice cars. No one's pulling up here in a Camry. People
Right.
are rolling up in fucking Lexuses and fucking Audis and fucking
Yeah.
one poor sap had an Acura. Poor guy. But they're all pulling up, and this guy, and you know how life works, how Murphy's Law and all that shit.
Yeah.
I have never in my life had to fucking engage with a stick shift car. This guy pulls up in a fucking race car. Like every single thing was custom. The rims, the shocks, you could see the
Yeah.
fucking things, and the thing had the red racing and the wheel and I mean, this guy goes, when it's idling.
Yeah.
And I'm going, so we're standing there. It's crazy. People are coming and going. Lou's over there. The other guy's over here. The one other dude who didn't steal anything's over there. And my boss is running around like a crazy person. So he goes, Alex, I got this. Grab his car. So I go, okay. Dude, this was it was like a murdered out, like it was probably like a Subaru or like it wasn't like a supercar, but I'm saying it was like a
Modded to
souped
hell.
up, modded, like a race car kind of like, you know.
So this guy was a douchebag.
No, yeah, he's a douche, of course.
Yeah,
Yes,
of
he's a
course.
douche. He's driving like a fuck. Yeah, he
I
wasn't
would have
wearing.
just been like, "Yo, park your car."
Yeah,
yourself.
no, he got out. He had the pants that were too high with no socks with the low. Yeah, he's a fucking
yeah,
loser.
yeah.
So they get out, and he like says something to me, like he goes, yeah, be careful with this one, man, it's fast. And I'm like, I get in. It's got like a roll cage. Like I feel like I was in like a spaceship, and I'm sitting there. It's got fucking 15 fucking pedals at the
No.
bottom. You know what I
No.
mean? It's got like 3 shifters. I'm like, it's got paddle shifters. I'm like, so I'm sitting there, dude. And everybody, he starts to walk around. He's walking with his girl. And then, they take a couple steps, and he's like,
You moving it?
so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll try.
Right.
No.
Immediately stalled. I mean, when I tell you the car stalled within 2 seconds of me sitting down. I think I just sat in the seat and it was like, you don't know.
You
what
don't
the
know
fuck's
what-
going on. You don't fucking know.
Did
Like,
you transport it?
No.
You got someone to do it?
Bro, it literally goes, I mean, dude, immediately, it didn't even stutter. I mean, I'm getting in, it's going, vroom. And I was like, And I look, and my boss is like, my boss is like, and the guy looks and he goes, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he's like coming over, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. And so my boss comes around and he just rips open the door and he goes, you think this is all about fun?
No.
And just drives it away.
He brought it back to the fun
He brought it
topic.
back to fun.
He brought
knew.
it back full
He
circle.
knew.
Don't
He's
tell me
a
I can't do
stand-up
it. Don't tell me I
comic.
can't do it. Oh
He
my
did it.
goodness.
We were like, where is this
Where does this
going?
go?
Yeah,
Why?
dude.
This doesn't seem very fun to
But
me.
that is literally that. I had an epiphany then when I was like, oh my God, dude. That's the difference between adults and kids.
Yeah.
I'm at a job having fun.
Fucking around.
I'm at work and it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that is not the ultimate privilege, huh?
Yeah.
And I think that if you're an adult and you want to have fun at work, there's only a few things you can do. Or you could be a psychopath. I think there are genuinely some psychopaths who enjoy like running a hedge fund or something.
Sure. You're right.
But
right. Yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, I mean, I like to bring the levity into every situation, like
Same.
regardless.
Same.
Of
It's
the
why I
job.
have relationship issues.
Like even stand-up comedy, right? Like where you're running around and everybody's like all nervous, and you're like, "Hey, like
This is
this
supposed
is
to be fun.
Supposed
remember?
to be fun." And then I was working in an ice cream store, and it was like people would be so serious and angry, like when they're ordering.
At a
and
what
I'd be like-
store?
at an ice cream
Oh,
store.
an ice cream store.
And I'd be like, "Yo,
This is ice cream.
This
You're
is ice cream,
literally
like-
having the most fun treat of all
yeah,
time.
yeah, like you're supposed to have a good time." And then
I was gonna ask, do you have any stories like that of like fun jobs you had?
oh, I have so many.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, I feel like you worked a lot of dumb jobs
Yeah.
too. Let me
Alright,
hear some.
All right, you could pick.
Let's hear
which
some
one.
fun. Let's have fun at work.
I worked at Home Goods.
Love it.
Oh.
I would
worked-
have fun working at home.
I worked at a Yankee Candle.
Cute. These are all my dream jobs.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
not
you're
lit-
working at like all the chick
Not
hot
literally,
spots.
but I would love to have those discounts.
What's
Yeah,
next?
no,
Bath
they're
and
good
Body you work at
discounts.
too?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucking-
No, I worked at
Annie Ann's?
I worked at an ice cream store,
Right.
and then I worked in my student financial services department at my school.
Well, how very noble. of you.
Yeah. That
Were
was
you at
the
the
worst
Bursar?
job.
That one
Ours
sounds like a
office?
real
That was the
barrel
worst job.
monkeys.
That sounds horrible. That does not sound like you could go hotbox Reggie's Impala with him.
No.
I don't think you
No,
could.
people would call all the time. Be
God
like,
bless
I don't
you,
know, my
Reggie.
loan didn't post, or I have to pay this bill, or
You're
And
hearing
you're like,
the worst. Of
bitch,
people.
I'm with Reggie.
no, dude. People would call.
You're
so
seeing.
much
You're
with
hearing
questions.
people at their worst moments.
Yeah, I'm walking people off a ledge when
Yeah.
they have to pay like $20,000
Right.
in
By
like
like
one check.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And there's just like
or it'll
all-
become
been there.
30,000.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
been
like,
there.
oh, this loan didn't post or whatever, like
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff, and it was so stressful. At a certain point, I just put like hold on my phone because people would just call in like while I was working at a desk,
Sure.
and then sometimes people come in and ask questions in person, right? But when it came to the phone, I would just put it on hold, and then my supervisors would come in and be like,
You're not getting any
"You're
calls.
not getting any calls." I'd be like, "I have no idea why
Oh my
not. It's
God.
a chill
So funny.
day," and I'd make the other girl like just get them all the time, and
So
I
funny.
would be playing Angry Birds.
Hilarious.
Dude, I used to
That's
work at a
pretty fun.
call center.
Yeah.
So I used to work at a call center, bro. Talk about having fun at work. These people, you know what's funny, man? Offices are so sterile. They're such sterile environments, like on the surface. But I'm realizing that I think people in offices are the biggest degenerates
Oh yeah.
Oh,
of
for
all
sure,
time.
for sure.
Because it's like even comedians, like we kind of get it out of our system. Like, dude, my friend's
Right,
an accountant.
right,
Like
right.
my friend is an accountant, bro. He is locked in, and then bro. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he is like unconscious. Like he's
Yeah.
like not even able to like
Right.
do anything. Like
Right.
because, and I'm listening. He works hard. Like but it's like
It's
that's
both. It's the
yeah.
fact of
It's like
both.
it's so extreme that I'm like, dude. I used to work at a company called Fiserv. Fiserv, financial services. A lot of creative people there. Fiserv. I mean, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. You like stealing so much money from merchants. It's a merchant services thing.
Right.
Merchant services. So it's like when you go to the deli and you pay with a card at
Yes.
the fucking little deli, and the poor Muslim
Like
guy
Square.
has to pay like 8% now because you don't have like
Right.
$3 to buy a lighter.
Right,
he's like,
right.
my friend, please, it is less money. But so I worked at this place, and it was like that. It was a call center all day long. It's people at their worst. It's people calling when they can't get their money.
Right.
They go, dude, someone just made a transaction. I just made a $300 sale, and it's not recorded. Like, what's happening? The guy
Right.
left. What do I do? Like, so it's
You
just
got scammed. That's what
yeah,
happened there.
yeah, and it sucked because it was people getting fucked, and like it was like almost like by design, like
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, like it really it gave me a whole new perspective when you call someone and they go, sir, I'm sorry, I can't like see that on my screen, or I can't, like it, everything was so siloed that I was like, bro, they literally don't want
They don't want me
them
to help
be
you.
helped. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, or you just got to be such a son of a gun to just stay at it forever,
Right,
that they're like,
right.
fine, squeaky wheel. But anyway, it was funny because I worked right next to I was a call center person. I was a customer service person, obviously, because I was just jovial, and they were like, we'll
got a
let
good
people yell at
attitude.
you. We'll let people. Also, because I didn't care. I was like, I don't. If people
Right.
yell at me, I don't go like, hey, how about fuck you? Like, you know, I'm like,
Right.
whatever. So I worked next to the risk guys,
Okay.
and they had a pretty hard job because they were the people that were like straight up just like denying people things, like, or like, you know, someone would apply to a business. It was also funny, like they get applications and he'd be like, this is like this is prostitution. Like, we're not, like, we can't, like people would apply to sell weed, people would apply to like
Sure.
do all these things, and it, like, you know, people, it was so funny because you'd see like people would be like limousine service, and it would be, and it would, then you'd go to the website and it's like escorts, like
Right.
it's like
Jeez.
it's
How
so funny.
funny.
But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is the risk guys all had hard jobs, and they were like every night, like they were like, yeah, we're gonna go across the street to the it was in Pennsylvania, so they were like, there's a yard house across the street next to the
Right.
Wegmans.
Right,
you know,
right.
and like, so but they went so hard, and this one guy, I won't say his name, John,
Shout out to John.
Shout out,
John Doe.
yeah, John Doe, he's a John Doe,
He's
Johnny
dead?
Doe. What'd you say?
He's dead?
No,
he's just
no, he's
anonymous.
he's just probably applying to jobs, so
I thought John Doe was only for dead people.
No, it's
Oh,
for
is
people
it?
who.
I think
no,
it's just, like,
for people who are
unnamed.
unknown what their identity is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's just John Doe?
like, cause like with Harvey Weinstein, they were all Jane Doe. They
Oh.
were alive, but they just didn't want to.
Right.
Huh.
It's like people who need to be anonymous.
Why don't they have
Or
a
not even
different
need to
name?
be anonymous. If you like show up in a hospital and they don't know who you are, then you're a John Doe.
You're a John Doe.
Oh, okay. Well, then why don't they have a different name for dead people you don't know?
Dead John.
I don't know, man.
John be gone.
John Dead's
John
dead.
Deadson?
John be dead.
John be dead.
John be
John be dead
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you the rest of it. So
John be dead Ramsey.
John be dead Ramsey.
Wait,
Hey,
what's the lady that just came out on social media again? The
Oh,
one who killed.
yeah. Oh, what's her name?
Her
Yeah, she just got a new
daughter?
cut. I saw. She got a new haircut.
She looking good though.
Is she hot?
Casey
Casey
Anthony.
Anthony, thank
Oh
you.
wait, bro, I gotta say something terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't
Wait, I wanna
realize
hear the
she
end
was
of your story.
hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
She is hot.
That's
I hate
why
that.
people
I'm not
are
condoning it. She's a
Kind of
horrible
why
person.
people are obsessed with her. Like,
She-
you know, it's like
she's
why
a
people
horrible
are obsessed
person.
With, what's his name? Luigi. It's like hot
He's
people
hot
just
as
get
fuck, too.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sexy.
Dude, if I was a hot girl or a hot man,
I would just
I would murder
people.
people all the time. just have people.
If I was
Yeah.
hot, I would murder
If
people.
I was a hot chick, dude, I would just be taking my top off everywhere,
all the time.
killing
Yes.
people.
And
I
then
would
people
be
would
lopping
cheer
heads
me
off.
on. They would find
Yes,
some
bro.
rationale.
I would be the Genghis Khan
Yeah.
of fucking dude.
Yeah.
Yo, there. I was gonna say something, and now I'm not going to.
Wait,
Dude,
you were in
people-
the, I'm sorry, you were in the middle of a story.
Yeah.
Oh, so Johnny be good. I keep
Right.
giving away more of his name. So
Johnny be good dad.
Johnny be good dad. No. So the risk guys always would be doing crazy shit. This guy goes out, and they would always say like, "Yeah, we have fun at work. We have fun at work." Like this
Right.
guy, Big J, was the ringleader, and he'd always be like, "We have fun at work. We have fun at work."
Big
Jay, I know him.
And,
That's funny.
oh, yeah, no, not that Big J. I wish it was that Big J.
Yeah.
We'd have a lot more
Be
fun
really
at this
fun.
job. I wouldn't have quit. But so, first of all, he was a schemer. He would do what you did. One person would call in the queue. He would go, "Oh yeah, hold on, let me look that up," and put them on hold for like an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was so funny because we'd have meetings every month, and they go, "Guys, the average call time. I mean, what do you guys fucking do?" And we're all like, "Dude, I don't know. We're trying. I don't know." And
They're
he's like,
really
"Guys,
hard."
what the fuck? I mean, people are the average because it would fuck up. They'd be like, the average wait time is 36 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck, guys? Like,
Yeah.
this is crazy. Like, it should be
Yeah.
like 3. Like,
Yeah.
like the goals are like 3 minutes. Like, the whole phone call should be like 5 minutes. Like,
Right, right.
I've never
So-
had a customer service call just 5 minutes.
No, of course not. I mean, that's
No.
the fucking corporate shit. But so anyway, Johnny, it was just like a random day at work, whatever. He's like taking lunch, whatever. So we're like, all right, cool. He would always take lunch. He would always take lunch. Watch people who always take lunch. If you always take lunch, stop. There's shit to do. Okay, you got time for lunch every day.
Stop.
That's your God-given right.
Well, yeah, it should be, but this is America, baby. All right, we keep it moving.
I'm gonna take
All
an
right, you
hour
move to
lunch with a
Scotland or
glass
the
of
UK
wine.
if you want to fucking take a holiday.
Yeah.
So
If you want a decent work-life balance, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of America.
yeah, bitch, we're here to fucking move metal. Okay, so anyway, Johnny, he goes
Be
to lunch.
careful of people who like lunch.
That's so funny. He just has bad
So
experiences with people
toxic.
who take lunches.
Yeah.
He
been
just has two
brainwashed.
bad people.
Yeah,
that
no, I'm
take
just
lunches.
fucking. I'm just new at this hedge fund. We don't take lunch, all right? You want
We
lunch?
do coke at our desk.
You can
like
eat when you sleep on the
American.
floor of Penn Station. You fuck. Okay, so
Oh, that's
Johnny
right.
leaves.
You won't have any money for food,
Yeah.
so you'll just die.
Yeah, you'll die and we'll laugh. So, okay. So Johnny, he leaves. He goes to lunch. We're doing our thing. Whatever. We're doing our thing. It's like been like 45 minutes. Like someone's like, "Oh, did Johnny do that thing?" I'm like, "No, he'll probably be back soon. He went to lunch probably like 40 minutes ago. He'll probably be back soon." Okay, cool. Yeah, let's know when he's back. So we're good. Like hour, right? We're right on the hour. I'm like, okay, he's not back.
weird.
Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever. Like, listen, I'm not a fucking. I was never like a snitch at
An
work.
arc, yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I've done plenty of shit at work while cut out early or some shit too. You know, you fucking look. We're all on the same team. None of us are the bosses, so we all got to look out for each other.
Right.
So this guy kept coming back over. It wasn't even a malicious thing. It was just like, oh, is he back yet? Like, we got to do this.
We need him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, no, he's not. I think he might be in the bathroom. I saw him. He ain't come back. I'm just
Right,
like
right.
covering for him. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he comes back like 2 hours later.
No shit.
Like he was at lunch for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
He comes back, bro. He's like, and he was a very like sociable, like, you know, hey, what's up, guy? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, man, yo, don't have the wings at Yard House today, huh? You know, whatever. So he came in, like, slipped in, like, he just like, okay, and I was like, that's fucking weird, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, we were cool. Like, I would never. He knows I wouldn't, like, you know. So
Tattle on him.
I like, and I walk by, just give him like, I'm like, yeah, good lunch, huh? Yeah, you have a good lunch, you
Yeah.
fucker, you little fucker. I'm like, yo, I'm like, heads up, like, yo, someone was looking for you, like, just a heads up. I told him you were in the bathroom and stuff, whatever. And
Right.
he's like, thanks. And I was like, are you all right? He is wasted.
Oh.
He is destroyed. So I'm like, bro, like, not buzzed. I mean, he's like visibly smells
Is not
he was
able
at a
to do
party.
his job.
Yeah, like it was like this was Saturday night at midnight. Like he was like, yo, thanks, I appreciate that. And I was like, oh my god. So I was like, Johnny, bro, are you good, bro? I'm like,
Yeah.
you're like very drunk, obviously. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, and he goes, oh shit, is it bad? Is it bad? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And I'm like, go like mouthwash or
Drink
something,
some
do
water.
something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So he goes, dude, I'm like really fucked. He's like, dude, can we like talk for a second? I'm like, sure. So he goes, let's go to the like everybody there would smoke cigarettes. So like there was like an area like outside.
Yeah,
like
smoke
so
break.
he was like, yeah, let's go out the. Yeah, why'd I explain that?
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
You
Sometimes
know
people
those
smoke.
fire sticks that the
Yeah.
children
So
are inhaling?
So Johnny's out there. He's wasted. He is like not like stumbling,
Johnny be good.
but he's feeling good.
rough,
He
yeah.
got the dark, and he's going, man, I fucked up big time. And I was like, what? He goes, man, you know me. You know I like to have fun, right? You know I like to have fun. I go, of course, man. We all have fun here. Come on, yeah, we're fucking. Of course, this job fucking sucks. We gotta have fun together. What's going on, man? He goes, buddy, I'm in trouble. We worked right across the street from Valley Forge Casino and a resort. Let's just put it this way. They knew Johnny on a first last name basis there, okay? This man had some demons. He goes, bro, I was at Valley Forge. He goes, I'm down 6,000. I go, no.
On your lunch break,
Bro.
dog.
He lost $6,000 in like 2 hours, I guess,
Yeah.
just getting drunk. He goes, bro, I don't know. He's like, I can't pay my rent now. Like, I don't know. He goes, I can't pay my car payment. Like, I don't know. And I go, bro, you lost 6,000. I mean, he goes, my entire paycheck is gone. Like the paycheck that we were getting like tomorrow. Like it's
He's
all
like
gone
barely
already.
in the, yeah.
He's like, that's gone. He's like, I'm down in the account. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm like,
Yo.
No wonder
Johnny!
he got drunk.
and
dude.
he
That's
goes,
fucking
yeah. At that
horrible.
point, so he was like, I just kind of hung out there. I don't know what to do. I didn't sure if I should come back or not.
He was trying to win it back. before
Yeah,
got
he
back.
was, and it's like we still got a long. It's like 3 o'clock. It's not like I'm
you
like,
got some
buddy, you
hours
got to
left.
stay alive for like 2.5 more hours. Like,
Right.
So he's going, dude, I don't know what to do. like, I just want to have some fun. I don't know if I can. I was like, Johnny, listen, buddy. I'm like, I think you're having too much fun.
Yeah.
So he goes,
nah, that dude.
It
he
becomes not
deserved-
fun anymore.
it becomes not fun.
He deserved that. Yo, have you ever
did
lost
deserve
that
that, yeah.
amount of money at a casino?
Well, so I don't.
No,
you
I hate
tell me.
casinos.
When does fun become not fun? When is too much fun? Fun is funny because if you're not having any fun, all you want is fun. If you're having fun, sometimes it's so overwhelming. You're like,
You're
man,
thinking
I
about
wish
not
that this
being
could
in
just
it.
not be fun right
nah,
now.
sometimes the universe fucking punishes you for having too much fun
Yeah.
for too long.
Yeah.
And the universe goes, no. We all got to pay our dues.
You gotta pay
You
the
have not
piper.
paid your dues.
Let's have
And
fun. You want to have fun? Drunk at 1 o'clock. Let's
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Oh, you want to play?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you wanna
universe.
play?
I love to play.
Yeah. 100%. Dude,
Yeah.
lose a lot of money at a casino and then fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I lost $3,000 playing roulette with my wife next to me. It's her first time gambling.
Were you like, let me show you how it's
God
done.
knew.
Bro, she was having a great time.
She was having fun?
She was having so much fun. She was winning her like small winnings. I have a system in roulette where I do some crazy betting. Essentially, like I double up a lot to try to get my money back.
Are you a 0-0 guy?
Sometimes, no, not
not
double
afraid of
zero, but I.
But you're playing the numbers.
I play the outside. I don't play the numbers.
I play
so
inside
much.
and outside. I'm a
Yeah.
big roulette guy.
Oh, really?
Love
Okay.
roulette.
I mostly play outside. I play either the thirds or the colors. And I was like on a losing streak. I was like, it can't hit
'cause
red
I was
every
gonna say,
time.
you get to a point you're like, it has to be black. This
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
it has to be an odd black now. It has to be.
Bro.
And that's not racist.
Nine reds in a row when I was betting on black.
No, it's fine.
You good? We're
I'm
good.
just checking. I'm just checking.
9
talk about my fun
things in
jobs,
a
though.
row. Can you believe that?
9 in a row was
9.
black.
9 in a row was red when I had black. So I kept doubling.
Right,
Like, I
because
obviously
every
gotta catch
time
it
you're like,
back,
this
yeah.
time it's gonna
Yeah,
fucking now
I'm
put
gonna
100
double
up.
and I'm gonna get my money back. And then my wife's looking at me and she's like, "You really want to bet $600 right now?
Like
on
it just
black?"
in one foul
Yeah,
swoop.
and I was like, "Don't you fucking understand, you stupid bitch?
This is your first
Don't
time
you
here.
understand? You,
I'm having fun.
I am a seasoned person. I always win at the casino. I can get it." So I'm over there and I'm betting $600, and then the fucking roulette guy, he's like a Cuban guy. He's like my friend. You know, I'm Albanian, and we're both anti-communism. And he's like,
guys
yeah,
just
you know,
spoke about
yeah.
anti-communism.
Like he's cheering for me, and every
He
time,
wants you to win.
yeah, he wants me to
Oh,
win.
right. The table guys want you to win.
Yeah,
They got no
yeah,
skin
yeah,
in the
because
game.
you tip them.
Yeah,
but-
they want you to win.
But, dude, when it got that 10th fucking red in
You
a
just threw
row,
your hands up?
dude, even the guy was like, "Yo," because I had
he tipped you. He's like, here,
I
man,
had
just
placed
take
a $1,200 bet, which is the limit,
Yeah.
right? Because I kept doubling, so it was like 600.
Right.
Then I doubled to 1,200. Bro,
Fucking
he was ready to cry for me. And my wife's over there, like, she's like, "Oh, you lost?" She doesn't realize how much
How bad
I
it
have
is, what
lost.
it
Right. She's like, what? You lost 5 chips.
She's
You're
like, "Don't
yeah.
worry, I'm winning." She's like up $700,
Yeah.
and she's like, "That's crazy amount of money." I'm like, "Yeah, no, this is awesome."
Like,
And then,
steak dinner on you, right?
and then you get to that point where like it's just like so much panic of like the universe fucking correcting you, and I'm like, there's no coming back from that.
No.
Like I can't come
Yeah.
back from that.
No.
So the lady comes over with like, "You want any drinks?" I was like, "I will have a double
Anything.
whiskey."
Like I'm doubling
I-
everything.
I'll be like, "I'll have that."
Yeah,
I was like,
Doubling everything.
I was like, "You know what? Do you guys have cigarettes?" And she's like, "What? Yeah, we have cigarettes. Get me a pack of cigarettes too." And she was like, "Okay, well, that those you're only allowed one for free." And I was like, "The amount I've spent here,
bitch.
you better give me 2."
Call me the Marlboro man, ho.
Yeah, you better call me. I was like, "You got," and then I was like, "You got Camel Crushes?
It's hurting my throat.
You got any Camel Crushes?" Dude,
Oh
it
my
was crazy.
God.
The only good that came from that whole trip is like her newfound love of like gambling.
Right.
And also,
Good thing.
thank God we didn't have a casino in our hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
It was at the Trump Hotel.
My you go first.
Oh, I was gonna say I want you to say it, but for both of you, now when you look back on that, is it a fun memory though?
It's a fun memory because actually, I'm pretty sure tracing back, that's when we can. That's when I appropriately inseminated my wife to. create-
Hey,
current
so
child.
who won?
Yeah. So
That was God. too.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And that's worth every
Right,
penny, motherfucker.
right,
That's worth 3K.
right.
Come on.
That's God kind of going like, the
give you
most
this one."
effective semen is depressed semen.
Oh my God. No, see.
Don't kill yourself. Your seed is strong now.
All right, tell your story. We
Yeah,
can wrap this
I
up.
was just gonna say that I have very little casino experience. I don't have enough money to enjoy being at a casino because
No, of course not.
I'm like, I don't have enough money to like comfortably lose it. Like the one time I was gambling was in Vegas for Skankfest last year, not this most recent one, but the year before, and I was like, the casino, it was last year. Picked me up by my shirt collar and pushed me against a locker. No, not literally. The casino itself.
Oh my God. I was like, yo.
No,
I was like-
no, they
I
said-
imagine some like bald meathead guy, like security,
No.
being like, DeCicco, huh?
No,
We'll get the name.
Metaphorically, the casino.
Take our license.
Natalie
No.
probably looked just like this Asian lady that was like scamming the slot machines, and they were like, "You."
No.
You could run just one cigarette, huh?
Like, yeah, I was this. Yeah, I no, like they held me by my ankles and shook all of my money out of
Yeah.
me metaphorically.
Yeah.
That's what tends to
Like
happen.
it took all of my money and I had no hits and I went, that was nice. I'm never doing that again. No, just really quick, I wanted to touch on my fun jobs that
Let's
I've
do
had
it.
because I worked at both a liquor store and
Ooh.
at a gift shop. In college, I worked at a gift shop called the Stoneflower, which was like jewelry and like little
Those eclectic shops are
girly
always
gifts
interesting.
and stuff. They would sell like aprons that had like little patterns on them and shit, and that was really fun. And I was there long enough that like by my last semester of working there, I was like the next in, not literally like on paper I didn't have any power, but the teenage girls who I would work with would be like, this person said this, and
Natalie, what do we do?
I'd be like, give them 10% off, and they'd be like, yeah, all right. Like I had the authority to do stuff like that.
Dotted line manager.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's
so, but the liquor store was fun because I worked there with my mom. Also, we both were like everyone in my
That's
town
funny.
somehow worked at this liquor store. My mom worked there first. The boss was like our neighbor. Like we all kind of.
Oh, it was
knew
a
each
real
other.
community affair.
Absolutely, they're
That's
closed
awesome,
now.
actually.
It was.
Yeah, well, of
it
course
was-
they are. It's a small
right,
business.
Yeah, literally.
Who opens a small? They don't survive anymore. Just go to Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. Although they existed for like 12
Idiot.
years or something like
Fools.
that. And I love an assembly line type of job. Not assembly line, but you know what I mean, like
brain off.
straightening things. I love putting stuff back.
Bro, you would have
and,
loved
like,
working at fucking Systematic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yankee
exactly.
Candle for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I love like moving the stock forward so that it sells better and clearing space and stuff. And I worked at the New York Film Academy before I worked at Gas as a TA, which was kind of horrible a lot of the time, but like the people I worked with were really cool.
Yeah, so many talented people.
It
Probably.
was just draining. Like it taught me that I don't want to be in on-set film the way I thought I did.
Dude, it is.
It's exhausting.
Fucking.
And I was
grind.
also a boom op. That was my specialty.
you're like this for
So I was like
hours.
this for hours. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do your arms get numb?
Yes, yeah,
What
for
do you
sure.
do?
I mean,
do you just go down at every chance you
yes,
can and just go
that's
back up?
exactly
Yeah.
it. It's like the shots are so short that you really don't like.
But that's stressful because you got to be ready at all.
You got to be
boom,
ready, but it
boom,
is
boom.
it's rehearsed, so
Yeah.
you know when they're gonna need to move you, and then the closer the shot gets, the easier it gets. So if it was just if it was your shot right now, I could just hold it like
Yeah,
that.
you could just hold it. Did
Yeah.
you see Trump got hit in the face with the boom mic?
Really?
That was funny.
No.
Some reporter, and he was like,
It was a big black boom mic.
Yeah,
it was a big black boom mic.
indeed. But
BBBM.
the people.
Is that the best you got?
Yeah. There was one particular class that I loved though, which was like people who are like my age or like older than me, was like the cinematography class. Like the professor for that one was really cool.
Cinematography's so cool.
Piero was the professor.
Shout out Piero.
And it was a group of like 6 students who were like about my age or older. And so it was like peak COVID time. So like very, very strict about a lot of stuff. Right before I quit, I did this last weekend shoot with just this group. And we did like, there was like a hotel room shoot. There was like a beach shoot. But like during the day, because beach
Sounds
shoots are
sexual.
kind of awful most of the time. But this was like chill during the day, like easy. Because there was another shoot on the beach that was a fucking nightmare, which as the sound person, it's like windy as fuck, obviously. But this one was fun. And then the third one was like in a park in Brooklyn, and those people were just so cool that it was so much fun. And I think that's and I also had in college I had an internship that was at a sound design studio.
Wow, you've had a lot of cool technical jobs.
Yeah.
That is
It's like the opposite of like I've had just like
Right,
I've
that
really
one
had just
was-
brain dead jobs. Like you've had actual like you've built skills. This
Well,
is crazy.
that was like
you've skills.
Foundations.
Yeah,
for
this
her
is fucking nuts. Is this how it's supposed to like be?
No,
This
it's
is
like
called
on the
career
one-
progression.
On the one hand, when I went to Emerson, which is in Boston, but like
Oh,
they
my
have
cousin
a
went to Emerson.
loved it. They have a campus in California for like junior and seniors, and so when you go there, you have to do an internship. So if you don't get one yourself, they find you one. It's for credit.
Oh, that's sick.
Which was on the one hand, yes, but then my girlfriend at the time pointed out, she's like, "You're paying to have an internship." I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong there. Like most people should be getting either get it for free
I guess
or
they're
getting
kind of
paid.
brokering it for
Right.
you. Yeah,
they're
that's
like,
what
"Oh,
you're
we'll
paying
get
for.
you one, but that's your tuition."
Yeah, that's just it's only $35K. It's
Right,
only-
exactly. And then New York Film Academy was just like one of the only things that I was skilled. It was like if you come out of film school, like that's who works there. But this was really cool because it was like Foley, which I love.
That's sick.
Foley is
Foley?
it's like
Foley art
physical
making this-
sound
Oh,
design
that's
that
so
you do
fucking
in real
cool,
life.
dude.
Oh.
So
Oh
it'd
my
have
god,
like
you
a
have to
if you're
literally
going,
come back
like-
on. I would be down to talk 2 hours about that.
I
That's so
loved it.
fucking cool.
It was obviously half the time it was like
Talk about
editing,
fun, dude. Yeah.
Half the time it was like editing or whatever, or like recording stuff.
So
which
you'd be
was
like-
slightly, exactly, literally.
Whoa.
And like
And so-
crushing like a
yeah.
waffle cone,
Squishing
and, like,
things, yeah.
someone getting their head beat in.
Exactly. It
A
was
sex
really
scene,
fun.
it's like
You're just going,
Yeah, there's a lot of like I was really good at like this kind of stuff, like hair and stuff, and the
wait, who did the hair on this scene? Find me that woman.
mostly it was like D-list, mostly not very good movies, or occasionally they'd have like a foreign dub of an existing movie.
That's
so
probably funny.
So the audio, they obviously to put the dub over it, they had to completely remove all the
they
sound.
removed everything.
So then they like it would come to us with the dub, and then I had to put in the sound effects.
Right, or like a core,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a road or something.
Yeah,
or if they're like
yeah.
in a city, if there's like a car honking or something.
Totally.
Can
So
you
that
make
was
a car?
less. That was a lot of like finding
Right.
stuff. But then you're right. Sure, a door shutting or whatever it would do myself.
Wow, dude, that's
It
fucking
was fun.
That must take forever. If you have like a 2 hour. So all those Godzilla movies, they just come fucking silent.
I think so. Like I said, these were D-list, low-budget movies. But like the highest profile movie that I had a hand in was called The Wave with Justin Long,
Oh, that's cool.
and we just
He's
did
a guy.
we just did footsteps for it.
Ooh.
Like it was already done with all the other stuff, and we just did some footsteps, and it's mostly men, so all the shoes were too big for me. I made it work anyway,
That's so
but it was
interesting.
like
You know, that's really fun too, because you think. You say that and you're like, that's so stupid, the footsteps. But if you watched it, you would know. You'd be like, what
that
the fuck?
I would say even more than the hair moving or the
Yeah.
hand rubbing, like the footsteps, you notice immediately
what the
when it's
fuck?
wrong.
Like,
Yeah.
This is weird. Like,
Yeah.
that's so crazy.
That's a
Something's
good point.
unsettling, and I can't put my finger on why.
Yeah, it's like when
And
someone
it
has a
takes
clown
you out
mask.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very aware
I'm
I'm
aware
watching a
of it.
movie.
Right.
I'm not having fun
Right.
in the movie.
Well, I think now dubbing is probably easier with AI. They probably like take out
Probably.
or now when they know like, hey, you're gonna dub this for like an American audience, like remove layer 3, which has like our voiceovers. and
Yes,
then we can
exactly,
add-
exactly.
Yeah, but when I was a kid and we were doing the anime dubs, we would take out the entire audio and we would do like what
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
was hard.
Guys, I could say one thing. I don't know if the earth is in a good place. I don't know if the mental state of most people, including myself, is in a good place. But I will tell you this. We had some fucking fun tonight, huh?
I had a lot.
We had
of
some
fun.
fucking fun
I had a
tonight!
lot of fun.
Guys, you've been awesome. This was super fucking cool. Where can they find you?
Ooh. Natalie DeCicco edits on Instagram. Natalie DECICCO _ edits on Instagram. Watch That's Hot with Sabrina Piper and Natalie DeCicco, which is my podcast, and also Gas Digital Now, which is my other podcast, both on YouTube.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Whoa, whoa.
Mr. Pap.
Hey, Christos Comedy on Instagram. Close the door behind you is our show and podcast. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, www.alexlabooty.com. Please buy tickets. I'm trying to change my life. Please! Yeah, watch my sketches too. Go on the YouTube. Write me hate mail. Just do something. I need something to come into the fucking... Just say I'm a fucking loser. I don't care. Say anything. We just want to have fun.
You're a
Guys,
loser.
did you have fun? I don't care. We had fun.
We
Send
had
this
fun.
to someone you
We had
like.
fun.
Send it to someone you hate. We don't care. We're having fun. Goodbye.
What did they say on the phone?
What'd you say?
What did they say on the phone?
What did they say on the phone?
Hello? It's done.
Perfect. Love it.